Y'all realize Kendrick been touring all year? Crazy. What a 2025. You see all the stadiums rocking. The crowd loves Kendrick, man. You can tell they've been keeping up with him over the years. And that year 2024 last year, what a year for Kendrick, yo. Home been the king of rap from the crowning back in 2011, but last year solidified it. And he's not always out too, cause he drop his album, does his tour, fall back a little bit, come out with another album. You know? Cause he's living, experiencing, and through his experience, he's giving us his experience. Bars. You know? Kendrick, man, king of rap. He's at the highest level that everybody aspires to be. You see how hip-hop feels like everybody can rap. Feels like everybody can do it. Everybody can. But can you get to the highest level? You know, I was thinking though, you know that talk they had last year about who created hip-hop? The Caribbean, Spanish. If we think about this, right? The Americas, North, South, the Caribbean islands in the middle, it's all one. And everybody had their shot. And I believe it was the FBA that created hip-hop. It was a cultural thing. Because they want to lie to people and say FBA don't have culture. It was a cultural thing. They lived. FBA lived. Until they got invaded and taken over. And even though they got invaded and taken over, they still survived because you see them standing. You know what I mean? The hidden history. The untold truth. But what's done in the dark shall come to the light, and stuff will be revealed. I'm a man of history, and I'm also a man that do a lot of deep thinking, deep thoughts, you know? And FBA culturally developed hip-hop. Now, the corporations saw what was going on, came and took it over, infiltrated. You ever seen that movie, The Spook, that sat by the door? Something like that. Actually, just like that. These people that don't get it, can't see the bigger picture, or just desperate, you know, for that financial earned gain, the handouts. People that would do anything for change and not realizing what they're doing for the future. But culturally, FBA created hip-hop and moving along and growing. Because when I was younger, I always saw that. In order for survival, they created a way. I saw the way. But the 80s, the 50s propaganda started. In the 80s, it got infiltrated by the corporations. Now, they took it and mixed it up with the matrix system that we're in, using propaganda to run psyops, control the situation. It all goes with the history of this land, though, and everything that's going on. MAGA. You got to understand the history. But they took over and turned it into a psyop because of the engineers of society in order to control society and our reality. see, on my channel, I'm holding a vibe and talk about life itself and talk about this reality that we are in. I asked the question if hip-hop is psyop, a psychological operation on our young minds. I say it is, but not everybody see the bigger picture. So I'm just opening up the conversation, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it like that for now. And we get some more into it on the next one, y'all. But shout out to the king, Kendrick, at the highest level. You know what I mean? John Style.